Hey guys, it's time for another review, and this time we're reviewing this big guy, right? Oh, hold on, that's not gonna work. Nope. There we go. From 2021's HasLab Marvel Legends Galactus. Let's take a look at this bad boy. All right, guys. So this one unboxing, as you can see, is going to be a little bit different due to the huge size of this thing. Okay. So let me, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm a pretty big guy. This thing is like half the size of my body. So usually you don't see the back of my curtain. You see the back of the box, the cardboard in the back there. But can't really do that this time around. So I did get this back in 2022. The HasLab was in 2021, and this is the one and only HasLab I ever got. Those who back to HasLab were able to choose between several different boxes, box art, and they had a bunch of cool different ones. I'll see if I can try to find them, but this is the one that got the most votes. So as you can see in this one, it has Galactus. It has HasLab number 2 because it's the second Marvel Legends HasLab. It has Galactus. It has Frankie Ray. It has Silver Surfer, and it has Morg in it. Really all cool figures. This whole thing is really cool. The box art is amazing. I can't wait to in the future to ever display this to be able to display this. But enough talking. Let's get go. All right. So let's turn this bad boy around. So as you can see there, it just looks like his ship. So the cool part is, if you can see that there, that if you wanted to, you could display him right in front of this. It looks like it's outside. I think it's supposed to be the inside of his ship. So I'm going to take him out of the box, and then we'll be right back. All right. So I got him out of the box. Sorry if I sound winded. Yeah, this dude is heavy, and I had to do it on my own. So yeah, he comes in this plastic, this big old. As you see how thick. See how thick that styrofoam is. So you guys are like literally getting the background of how I do stuff. My cardboard, my tablecloth. But anyways, so there he is in his prison there. So it comes, like I said, it comes in this styrofoam and this big old plastic thing that keeps pretty much all the pieces inside. These don't really fall out, but then again, I haven't taken any of the hands and stuff out. But yeah, let's take this. See this big old piece of plastic. I think they did a really good job, HasLab. I mean, Marvel Legends with this figure. They did an amazing job. So this just tells you instructions on the batteries and stuff like that, which there's already batteries in there. So he will be glowing whenever we do see him emerge. Comes with this little thing here that holds down his legs. And then each side of this that holds down his arms. So let's take a look at these figures first before we take out the big guy. So this is Morg. Not like the most detailed figure in the world as far as paint job, but as far as like the physical aspects of him, it's very detailed, as you can see. It's got those spikes down here, the little bumps on his body, these little gauntlets here, his hair in the back, you know, your typical articulation. I don't think I've ever taken him out of the I think this is the first time me actually taking him out. But yeah, really cool. Kind of looks like Toxic Crusader. And then he comes with this weapon here. There was a 2-pack of Heralds that I still want to get. And there's a Thor Herald I want to get as well. All right, so let's take out Frankie Ray. Now, Frankie does come with these extra hands, if you can see over here. But I am not going to take those out. She comes with this little fire stand that you can stand her up in. Sorry for moving the camera so much. But there you go. Pretty cool. And then here's Frankie Ray herself. Once again, nothing extraordinary about it, but let's see if you can see her face. There you go. Her face has more detail than the rest of her body, other than her hair, which I thought they did a pretty good job. You know, it looks like her stand over there. It's just typical woman's body from Marvel Legends, and yeah, Frankie Wade doesn't seem like she needs a huge, amount of detail. And there's the fire again. You can put her in here. Like I said, this is a stand, and then the stand can like be holding Galactus's hand. So it's actually really cool. So let's go ahead and get Silver Surfer out. I'll take his board out too. All right, so he does come with these effects here that go on his hand. I think there's only one, but it's pretty cool. Silver Surfer is another one of my favorite heroes because of Fantastic Four. So the actual surfboard goes in here like so. All right, and there you go. All my lights is just reflecting off of how silver this thing is. But yeah, the surfboard isn't like anything crazy, but this you could also fit on the palm of Silver Surfer's hand. I mean, Silver Surfer Galactus's hand or shoulders or something. And I believe it also it can't stand on its own. Look at that. So it belongs on Galactus, and it actually does look cool when you put them on there. And then he also does have extra hands, as you can see there. But here is the Silver Surfer. Once again, it's the Silver Surfer. It's not anything. It's just made of silver. It's like a normal PC, regular Marvel Legends guy, painted silver. So, yeah. For some reason, it has this on the back. Never knew what that was for, but I guess one day I'll figure it out. Typical Marvel Legends articulation. Most of these have him. except for Frankie Ray. I don't think she has the ab crunch. She has the woman's version of the ab crunch. But yeah, you've seen Silver Surfer once in Marvel Legends, you'll see him a million times. All right. I guess let's start looking at his Galactus's accessories. So with the Kickstarter, they have different faces like you can change him with. So they have this skull face. I guess it's supposed to represent zombie Galactus, because there was a Marvel's zombie comic book, and I think he was in there dead. And then this is like a angry face Galactus. Pretty cool. And then this was something you could have locked. So one time Doctor Doom, I guess, was Galactus. Try to put him on there. Try to get a better look. It's crazy how we're looking at this, and then now we're going to get Doctor Doom in the MCU. So it's just a hood. Actually fits perfect on there. It's just the eyes don't glow whenever you put them on there. So it's actually pretty cool. And these are Galactus's ears, or horns for the helmet. We'll put those on once we get them out. But now that we've seen the heralds and the accessories, let's bring out the man himself, Galactus. All right, so it's in this paper here. As you can see, Galactus is a big boy. Look at him. Look at him in all his glory. You guys checking that out? It's like I'm unboxing a man, a miniature dude, Oompa Loompa, and in a coffin. So, but let's raise him up. This is the size of someone's kid. All right. At one point, my kids used to be this size. All right. Let's move this styrofoam. There he is, Galactus. Let's go ahead and put his ears on, or his horns, or whatever we call it. His ears are on, and look at how he's looking. Tell me that isn't the coolest thing you've ever seen. You would think this is like a statue or something. You wouldn't know that this is an actual action figure with articulation in the hands, which is nuts. Look at that. His joints have articulation. All right. Like his legs. This is not going to be, this is going to have articulation, but it's not going to be like super articulated, because you got this here, so you're not going to be able to like do, splits or anything. But so let's see if I can just show you the hands. See if you can see the hands itself. It has articulation. Okay, just look at that. These other figures don't have this, but like he can do this. Okay, you ain't getting no other figures doing that. That's crazy on its own. Like when I first saw that they were doing this, like I told you, I like Galactus. Galactus is my dude, but seeing all this articulation, when I saw it in person for the first time, this thing was, I immediately fell in love with this thing. All right. So you got elbow articulation here. All right. You got the tricep articulation like they usually do. So this thing is plastic, 100% plastic. Goes up and down. I believe he can go all the way around, but I don't want to try it. So the hands don't. I guess the hands do go around. That was a little scary because I haven't never done that before. All right. So I was gonna see if he has a crunch, ab crunch, because I think he does. It's a little bit there. You can see his arm right here. You can see that there's like an ab crunch, but he's so bulky. Do you really need one? There's a little thing here and there. So the head doesn't really move all the way around. You can go to here at most. I think this. Whoop, there goes the ear. I think this part of the neck kind of stops it from going all the way around. So yeah, I think it could go all the way around if it didn't have that part. All right, let's see here. So these things here are like rubber plastic, this little skirt. So that there you can see underneath his skirt. I don't think I've ever done that before. But so I don't think he doesn't have a thigh movement. So the legs do move. I've just never moved them. So you got the knee right here. This thing is bulky, so and it's heavy, and it's hard to really maneuver with one person. Man, I did not expect that to be as heavy after all this time. But yeah, he definitely has a lot of articulation, as your standard, probably female Marvel Legend figure. The feet down here as well has articulation. You can move it up and down. If you can hear that. I know a lot of the issues the Sentinel was having, they fixed it when they came to this guy here. So I don't know if you can see that. All right. And there you have it, guys. Galactus. Lit up in all his glory. Look at those. Can you see his eyes? Look how his eyes, those are freaky on his own. I don't know. That's just like the coolest thing ever. I thought my Infinity Studios Crimson Typhoon was cool. I forget about how cool this one is. Yeah, and it blinks too. It turns off on its own. There's not an off switch. Once you turn it on, it will turn off on its own eventually. All right, so let's change his face, his mouthpiece, so you can see what it looks like with the different ones. So this mouthpiece here is just, him closing his mouth, staring at you like, yeah, really, you're gonna do something to me. And it's so cool because we're gonna get him in Fantastic Four, which was a bummer whenever we had him in this Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, and he was just a cloud. All right, so there he is with Let me see if I can take this head off. Yep. I destroyed Galactus. Me, Nick, from Nick's TV, movie, TV, and toy reviews. But yeah, check that out. Oh yeah, just top of the head as well. And while we're back here, that's the back of the head. So you see it turns off on its own. Yeah, that's what it looks like with that. It actually looks pretty cool. You gotta come on. All right, so let's put the other one in. This is his "I'm tired of you, you're getting me mad, I'm about to eat your planet" face. I actually do like that one. Pretty cool. So did I show the back of the body? Oh, there you go. This thing is detailed to the max. As you can see, like the purple, the lines, all this right here. It is so detailed. His little, skirt, the back of his boots. Everything is detailed. His everything. See the little raised parts here. Just they did such an amazing job with this figure. It's just beyond amazing. There's no words. I don't think, like, I've seen a lot of complaints of the Sentinel HasLab. I've never heard a complaint with any of the reviews I've seen complain about this one. So let's put on Dr. Doom. And as you can see, his eyes don't light up. So that's pretty cool, right? Imagine if what if this happens in Doomsday? Yo, I just discovered something. What if this that would be so crazy. All right. Let's go ahead and put his head back on. And here he is with his heralds. I'm not good at posing. These things fell a bunch. I'm surprised the guy at the top is still there, but he is still there. So I think I'm going to keep that mad face on. Let's see if we can get one last glow from Galactus. There we go. That's Galactus, baby. And one last thing, I just wanted to show the box beside it and how it looks really cool. And there you have it. Marvel HasLab Galactus. Now, I apologize if you feel like I didn't show every inch of them, but this guy is heavy and awkward. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm scared to move him sometimes because I don't play with him. I don't, display him. And I have yet to move probably a majority of his articulation. So I'm scared it's going to break. So they don't do replaces 3 years later. So I want to take care of them. But anyways, I hope you did enjoy this. I know this is kind of like a retro flashback to what 2022, not retro, it's 3 years old. But this is like my 4th kid. It's crazy. Look how big he is. You want some food? You got some dirt and rocks outside if you want it. Anyways, before we go, just want to know that we're on our way to 500. And if you want to enter into the 500 subscriber giveaway, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. But the more videos you comment on starting this video going forward, that includes my shorts, that includes my long form videos, anything, reviews, TVs reviews, movie reviews, any video as of this date, that you comment on, you get more chances to enter to win a $50 gift card to a movie theater of your choice. Let me repeat that. From this video forward, this date moving forward, whenever this video drops, any video that is posted after this date till when we hit 500 subscribers, no, to when I do the 500 subscriber video, so it'll be past 500 subscribers. But every comment you leave on each video will give you multiple chances to enter to win. So starting this video, you will have a chance to win. So if you've come this long, this is going to be a long video. So if you come this long, I appreciate you. And going forward, I will not forget to put this in the beginning of the video. And as always, until next time, me and Galactus, we got to eat some worlds. So that means we got to go. Peace.